We thank God for your presence. We thank God for your love, care, concern, and support as we continue to move forward. On today, well, you know what? We always get excited when we have individuals stop by and hang out with us for a few moments here on the GMAP Broadcast Network, and today is no different. We have this awesome young lady joining us on today. As you can tell, those of you that are chimed in on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com, as you can tell, we on the split screen, we have this awesome young lady joining us, and we also will be showing you a cover of her publication. You know what? Susan, God bless you, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I always respond the same way. If you can't tell, I must be slipping. And we are grateful. You know what? I'm going to dive right in, and we thank God for your presence on today. Introduce yourself, Susan. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from.
Well, thank you for having me on your show. I'm Susan Davis. I'm from Little Egg Harbor, New Jersey, and I wrote the book that you're showing on your screen, I believe. I can't see the other screen, but I also wrote three other books. Children's book, actually. One of them is George the Duck and His Adventures, and two other rather spiritual, foretold, an epic spiritual journey. And it was my first book. And then there's Journey to Mystic Island. And
Wow.
if a reader were to get both of these books, this would be the first one and then the second one. It's kind of like a series, but they're not written that way if you didn't get both.
Wow.
So I have 5 grown children, and my husband's children are 3, so I actually should say 8 children. And we have 9 grandchildren together. And I have my own entertainment agency, entertainersplus.com. And I started a recording agency for a little while because we have some really talented people in our group of entertainers. And I enjoy filming the music videos, so I did that too. So I have a couple of websites. There's entertainersplus.com, and then on YouTube, there's 2 channels in YouTube. There's one for Entertainers Plus Records also.
Wow. Well, you are a very busy young lady. I got to ask you this. How is it that you got started as an author? What was the root foundation that got you started in writing these publications that you have released for the people?
You might laugh at this. I always loved writing. When I was a little girl, I wrote up a bunch of little pamphlets or something little. It was like, I called it a newspaper, and then I'd go around to the neighbors and try to sell their newspapers. But I've just always enjoyed writing. I think I can express myself much clearer by writing than speaking.
Wow. Well, I am excited because how to find, you know what? That's a very interesting title, and of course, we always are going to want to find out more in detail. We're going to encourage people first and foremost. Susan is one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network site. And of course, you can stop by GMAP Broadcast Network at GMAP1.com. You will see a copy of the cover that I have currently placed on the screen. You can click on that copy, and of course, it'll take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate details and information about this awesome young lady, and of course the publications that she has disseminated to the people around the world. Now, of course, I got to ask you, how did you come up with this particular publication, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, actually, recently, I don't know why, I suppose because I'm in contact with so many soulmates. My husband happens to be my twin soul, and I was lucky to have him. I actually dreamt of him about 10 years before meeting him. So I knew what he looked like and everything for the night that I met him, and we were both available. I had actually seen him for a couple of years in between. We used to go singing at karaoke. So I saw him that one night, and I decided, that's him. Oh my gosh, after all these years. And then I had to pretend that I didn't know that he was going to be my husband. for while we were dating. I just thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Wow. You know what,
But
that,
I happen to have a bunch of entertainers that are also soulmates, and um, I've known a few through the years. I pointed that out in the book. I realized that one of my caretakers when young was a soulmate, and another one too. I've been trying to find her lately. I think she's off the scene. Can't
wow.
find her.
Well, you know, I'm just overwhelmed. First of all, that you have accepted the invitation, allowing us to be a part of your journey. We're excited to have you, and of course, we're looking forward to some outstanding things. Now, I'm going to say this to you. You know that we are role models to someone, whether we like it or not. And many times there are people on the outside looking in at our journey, our steps. Sometimes they're looking for that level of motivation, that level of inspiration and encouragement. What words of encouragement would you have to share with those individuals today that are watching your journey?
To find their soulmate, or to become an author, or business owner.
All of the above.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with God shows you the way. You just fall into it. You're just shown the way. I feel like all the jobs I've ever had has led me to my own business, and the writing came to me at certain times. Like, I feel like I was told when I could write the last book, the first book actually. And as far as, people inspire too, just being happy around the people you know and you enjoy their company, and I don't know, it's just all natural. I think God just shows you the way.
Wow. Well, that's amazing because I know that those individuals would really like to find out what it is that they need to do in order to begin and stay on their path, on their journeys. And of course, again, you said something very important. God can and will show you the way. You just have to be willing to embrace it, listen to it, receive it, and do it. You know, I am in total agreement with you on that. And also, I know that people are going to want to show their support. Now, let me say this. We don't do this to pad the pockets or make the individuals rich, but we do this so that they can be blessed enough to continue to do what it is that they have been blessed to do. What is the process, Susan, in order for people to reach out and show their support in order to purchase a copy of your book, well, books, if they wanted to do that?
Well, I'm on Amazon and I have a author page there. It should show all the books. I mean, this one that I just did that you have, the how to find not your soulmate, but how to find soulmates, is up on the web as Kindle, but it's going to be in paperback anytime now. I'm waiting. And then later on, it'll be in Audible. And I plan to put all my books on Audible in time, but they're all in Kindle and they're all on paper book right now on Amazon.
And of course, we don't want them to forget about little old GMAP down here in the lower left-hand corner of everything. Again, you can stop by our bookstore. You'll see a copy of the cover that you're currently seeing on our television screen on the GMAP Broadcast Network. You click on that cover and simply go to the necessary location to find out more information and details about how it is that you can purchase a copy or copies of the publications that Susan have available. Now, you know, I know that also there are some people that may be watching your steps and appreciating your journey. But what if one of those individuals were to walk up to you, Susan, and tap you on the shoulder and say, well, Susan, I know what you're doing. I appreciate where you've been and where you are, but what's next for Susan Davis? What would your response be?
You know, like I said before about letting God show you the way, well, those ideas came to me just recently. This new book and the Duck children's book, they all came to me just recently. So I just plowed right into it when I was ready. And so outside of that, I still have the entertainers that we're hoping to get back to work. As far as music, I don't know if I'm going to pursue that any further, but we're just hanging in there.
Wow. Well, I again am one that appreciate the fact that you have stepped up by faith and answered the call and listened to what it is that was being placed in your spirit to do and move forward with. I also know that there may be some individuals out there that may want to reach out and connect with you on a more personal level, intimately, and of course, talk to you about some things. What's that process? Is there a website, email, phone number, management? How can they connect with you?
Well, our email is on entertainersplus.com, or on Facebook, I'm under the author page, Susan Smith Davis, author. I also have a private page, and I have the Entertainers Plus page and the Entertainers Plus Records page. So on Facebook, got about 5 pages.
Wow. Outstanding. Well, I'm just so excited for you because I know that there's a plan in store, and I know that there's going to be other things that may come about. And I heard you talk about Entertainment Plus throughout this conversation. What exactly is it that, not to get off track, but what exactly is it that you all do with Entertainment Plus?
Well, I promote the entertainers. They get booked and they have shows. Clubhouses. We've done one big show down in Florida. We've been around New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. We have customers in all those places, all over the state of New Jersey. But right now, we're not really doing much at all.
Okay.
Until everybody opens up.
And yeah, I mean, I can relate to that. And of course, we want to continue to allow people to have the necessary information that they need in order to reach out to you concerning Entertainment Plus and, of course, your publications. And of course, I'm again excited. I'm grateful that you have accepted the invitation, allowing us to be a part of your journey. And of course, we want to let you know that we are here. We want to continue to maintain our presence. We want to be able to do everything that we can in order to continue to release this information out to the people about what you're doing, about how they can show their support, and so on. Now, during the process of writing your publications, I know that there may have been some people that may have assisted you or been a blessing to you along the way. Who were some of the people that you had the chance to work with?
Well, one of my entertainers is one of the soulmates I talk about in my newest book. And his great-grandfather was Stephen Foster, who was America's first composer. And I would say that he inspires me a lot. He also, as his grandfather did, he started off on the piano at 3 years old, and is really a talented person. He let me film a music video for him and publish some of his music. And so, like I said, he's been a real inspiration. It's just one of my entertainers. There's a few of them that are soulmates. But as far as the rest, I can't say there was much help. Well, the George book, this is so funny. This duck comes every year, and my husband and I both took pictures. So I would say that he assisted me in this book. But the others were all pretty much just my relaying everything into type and words.
Wow, that is just whoo. You know what? I'm just so overwhelmed with joy with what you're doing and how you're doing it. I'm grateful for the different avenues that you have pursued, and of course, I know that there are going to be people out there that can appreciate it the way I do and show their support for you. Of course, this conversation is something that will also be aired on our weekly Comcast cable program. We're grateful for that. Also, we're going to place this on our social media platforms such as YouTube and Facebook and allow people to comment, share, like, and all that great stuff. I'm more than sure that you are going to continue your journey accordingly. Now, of course, one of the things that I really like to focus on is I know that there are some individuals out there who has been through some challenges, some trying times. What were some of the things that you had to face? What were some of the challenges that you had to face during the process of writing your publications?
Well, that's a tough one. By the way, I love being here too, and I appreciate you having me on. Um, it's really tough. I feel like I had a hard time loving myself through the years. Not because of abuse or anything like that. I never really faced much of that. But you know, there's a lot of people out there that feel lonely and down on themselves. Like I see it in some of the Facebook groups that I joined in, and I try to offer some inspiration because it's so hard to keep telling yourself every day, you know, I'm worth it. I deserve to do this. I want to be happy and I want others to be happy. So it's just a matter of having that faith and staying up and being thankful every day for everything that you have. And I think that those are the secrets to being happy and having nice people around you.
Wow. Well, thank you for that because I know that you would encourage me by sharing those words. And of course, you are encouraging many around the world because sometimes people feel like they just can't do it. I heard you say something important. And I want to say this. A lot of times, in order for us to really get on track to do what we are called and or blessed to do, we have to learn how to forgive ourselves. We have to learn how to accept the fact that yes, we have made mistakes, but in order to move forward, you have to get past those mistakes. And in order to do that, you have to be willing to forgive yourself for making them. And, it's so valuable. A lot of people will focus on the forgiveness of others versus forgiving themselves. And I just want to encourage those that are out there listening today, forgive yourself, get on track, accept what it is that you have been called to do, and move forward. Almost like get in your lane, stay in your lane, and progress. You know, amazingly enough, we're again grateful to have you. We are overwhelmed with joy to just simply be a part of what it is that you're doing. The door here at the GMAP Broadcast Network will always be open. We will be more than happy to assist you in any way we can. And of course, you will never have to ask us twice. You will never, ever have to worry about whether or not we're going to say no, because it's always yes. You know, and with that being said, Susan, we can't thank you enough for simply taking time out of your busy schedule. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to be a part of your journey. We can't thank you enough for just being openly ready, willing, and able to share those things which you have shared with us today. Before I let you go, what I would like to do is allow you to have your closing remarks, share what it is that God has placed on your heart to the people and reminding them how they can show their support by purchasing and what it is that they need to do to reach out and connect with you. The floor is yours.
Well, it's nice to know when your book is cared for or bought because you feel inspired to do more. And as far as everybody else, just keep being thankful and look at the beautiful blue sky out there and the sunshiny days or even a rainy day. I want to say also, you had an author on last week, Tina Harmon. She wrote a book called Fantabulous You. I think that she has a lot to offer in her book, and she's a great speaker. So I want to plug her, and I connected with her on Facebook too. So thank you so much again for having me. I love being here. I love listening to your station, and you have a lot to offer. God bless you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And one thing that I must say, when all of this began, the word appreciation was the main word that always arrived. When people appreciate what God is doing through this platform, it just brings joy to my heart. And to hear you say that is truly a blessing. Again, we thank God for your presence. We want to encourage people to stop by, visit our bookstore, And you send me covers of those children's books. I want to place those on our network site also, so people can be aware of those. Click on the book covers. It will take you to the necessary location to show your love, care, concern, and support. Until next time, Susan, we thank God for you. You continue to be blessed and you continue to be a blessing. We look forward to connecting with you again very soon, okay?
Thanks so much.